Well, I said I would make a mission to come back, and I am back, folks. So we read, I think, 8 through 11, if I'm not mistaken, folks. So let's vote. Let's go. Um, so last time, yesterday we read about Eliphaz criticizing Job for being guilty of something. That's why the Lord did what he did, but that's not true. And then Job rebukes him for being inconsolable. And Bildad says more of the same. And then, which is what we read today. And then Zophar says the same thing. And now he is inconsolable. Job is now inconsolable. Uh, and now he hates his life and wants to die. He's so broken and distressed over what happened to him. All right. So we're going to pick it up back with chapter 12. Job chides his accusers. Then Job responded, "Truly then you are the people, and with you wisdom will die. But I have intelligence as well as you. I am not inferior to you. And who does not know such things as these? I am a joke to my friends, the one who called on God and he answered him. The just and blameless man is a joke. He who is at ease holds disaster and contempt. As prepared for those whose feet slip. The tents of destroyers prosper, and those who provoke God are secure, whom God brings into their power. Just ask the animals and have them teach you, and the birds of the sky and have them tell you, or speak it to the earth and have it teach you, and have the fish of the sea tell you. Who among all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this, and whose hand is the life of everything living and the breath of all mankind? Does the ear not put words to the test? Has the palate tasted food? Wisdom is with the aged, and with long life comes understanding. Job speaks the power of God. Wisdom and might are with him. Advice and understanding belong to him. Behold, he tears down and it cannot be rebuilt. He imprisons a person and there is no release. Behold, he restrains the waters and they dry up. Let me pull up to the next one. And he sends them out and they inundate the earth. Strength and sound wisdom are with him. The one who goes astray and one who leads astray belong to him. He makes advisers walk barefoot and makes fools of judges. He undoes the binding of kings and ties a loincloth around their waist. He makes priests walk barefoot and overthrows the secure ones. He deprives the trusted ones of speech and takes away discernment of the elders. He pours contempt on nobles and loosens the belt of the strong. He reveals mysteries from the darkness and brings the deep darkness into light. He makes the nations great, then destroys them. He enlarges the nations and leads them away. He deprives the leaders of the earth's people of intelligence and makes them wander in a pathless wasteland. They grope in darkness with no light, and he makes them stagger like a drunken person. That's chapter 12, folks. Oliver, Scary Video 2, God bless you and welcome in. How's it going? Okay, so chapter 12 is basically Job saying more of the same along the lines of God does nothing for the righteous and he favors those who are sinful. That's basically what he's saying. But at first, he also says, "Look, I'm not dumb, but you mock me." And then he says, God does nothing for the righteous. and he favors the injustice. So, yeah, folks, that's the sad reality that Mr. our friend Job is under the impression of. So, yeah, it's pretty sad to hear that he's thinking that, but I wouldn't blame him uh, for being upset because he is very much in disrepair. So, so yeah. All right. Tony Sparks, God bless you and welcome in. Go use the bathroom. Go, and then we will see you. All right, so we're going to read chapter 13. So I hope every one of y'all got that, folks. All right, 13. Job says his friends' proverbs are ashes. Behold, my eye has seen all this, my ear has heard and understood it. What you know, I also know. I am not inferior to you. But I would speak to the Almighty, and I desire to argue with God. But you smear me with lies. You are all worthless positions. Oh, that you would be completely silent and it would become your wisdom. Please hear my argument and give your attention to the contentions of my lips. Will you speak what is unjust for God and speak what is deceitful for him? Will you show partiality for him? Will you contend for God? Will it go well when he examines you, or will you deceive him like as one deceives a man? He'll certainly punish you if you secretly show partiality. Will his majesty not terrify you, and the dread of him fall upon you? Your memorable sayings are proverbs of ashes, your defenses are defenses of clay. Job is sure he will be vindicated. Be silent before me so that I may speak, then let come upon me what may. Why should I take my flesh in my teeth and put my life in my hands? Though he slay me, I will hope in him. Nevertheless, I will argue my ways before him. This also will be my salvation, for a godless person cannot come before his presence. Listen carefully to my speech and let my declaration fill your ears. Behold, now I have prepared my case. I know that I will begin vindicated. Who could contend with me? For then I would be silent and die. Only two things I ask you, do not do to me. Then I will not hide from your face. Remove your hand from me, and may the dread of you not terrify me. Then call, and I will answer. Or let me speak, then reply to me. How many are my guilty deeds and sins? Make known to me my wrongdoing and my sin. Why do you hide your face and consider me your enemy? Will you scare away a scattered leaf, or will you pursue the dried chaff? For you write bitter things against me and make me inherit the guilty deeds of my youth. And you put my feet in the stocks and watch all my paths. You set a limit for the soles of my feet while I am decaying like a rotten thing, like a garment that is moth-eaten. Whew. This man, Job, is on a big rant, folks. He is listening to his friends while he notices that all of his advice has been utter rubbish to him. And yeah, what else could I say? His His seeking of advice has led him nowhere, it seems. Nowhere at all, except more and more distress. So, yikes. So, 13, Job is basically saying, what you say about me is trash. You, I, you know, you know as much as I, and I know that all of this is false. I'd rather you shut up instead of saying lies. That's what he's saying, I think. Hear me out first, then whatever happens, happens. And so, now thinking about it, they commit the sin of judging before understanding, which Jesus says himself, do not judge. So, yeah, folks, that's chapter 13. Job is calling out his friends over their lack of good advice. And Job um, says that their advice will be rebuked. So, chapter 13, Job is basically calling them all out for not giving them great advice. Hey, Starboy tonight, God bless you and welcome in. All right. Chapter 14. Um, and then we'll stop. Job speaks of the finality of death. Man who is born of woman is short-lived and full of turmoil. Like a flower, he comes out and withers. He also flees like a shadow and does not remain. You also open your eyes on him and bring him into judgment with yourself. Who can make the clean out of the unclean? No one. Since his days are determined, the number of his months is with you, and you have set his limit so that he cannot pass. Look away from him so that he may rest until he fulfills his day like a hired worker. Um, Hold on. I think I have some stuck pages. Here we go. For there is hope for a tree when it is cut down, that it will sprout again and its shoots will not fail. And its stump dies in a dry soil. At the scent of water it will flourish and produce sprigs like a plant. But a man dies and lies prostrate. A person passes away, and where is he? As water evaporates from the sea and a river becomes parched and dry up, so a man lies down and does not rise. Until the heavens no longer exist, he will not awake nor be woken from his sleep. And what else? Oh, that you would hide me in Sheol, that you would conceal me until your wrath returns to you, that you would set a limit for me and remember me. If a man dies, will he live again? All the days of my struggle I will wait until my relief comes. You will call and I will answer you. You will long for the work of your hands, for now you observe my steps. You do not observe my sin. My wrongdoing is sealed up in a bag, and you cover over my guilt. But the falling mountain crumbles away, and a rock moves from its place. Water wears away stones. Its torrents wash away the dust of the earth. So you destroy a man's hope. You forever overpower him and he departs. You change his appearance in some noble way. His sons achieve honor, but he does not know it, or they become insignificant and he does not perceive it. However, his body pains him, and his soul mourns for himself. The word of the Lord. Praise be to God. All right, well, that is the tonight's reading. So, before we wrap it up, let's summarize chapter 14. So, it's really more of the same. Job is basically saying, a man is born to die. So what's the point? Although the trees regenerates with water, a man passes away and is gone forever. And there's hopelessness. He goes on a big rant. I'm not going to lie. And at the end, he's basically saying, you say I sinned, but you have not even known my whole story. You just say I sinned, even though you can't prove it. So, yeah, that's chapter 15. So, chapter 12 is Job calling out his friends for accusing him of something he didn't do. Job basically says that God does injustice. And then in chapter 13, Job says what his friends just spoke about him is complete trash. And then chapter 14, of course, is we're all doomed to die and there's no hope. So Job at this point is very hopeless and expecting the worst. So that is tonight's reading. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. God bless y'all. And we'll continue with chapter 15 tomorrow. And we'll see you. Sleep deep. Rise and